In the rapidly evolving industry of solar energy, Suntrix Solar Systems is helping drive the industry forward. South Australia was the first state to introduce feed-in tariffs for solar panels, leading to more than 120,000 premises now tapping into solar energy.
We've always looked at ourselves as not just another solar company. There are a lot of solar companies out in South Australia. We do things a little bit differently. We provide a lot of value-added services. We don't just sell solar panels and put them on your roof.
Jenny Paradiso and her husband David Hille have only been in the business for 4 years, but they've experienced extraordinary growth from an initial turnover of $250,000.
We started with Dave and myself around our kitchen table working from home. And after our first year, we had 11 staff and we went to over 7 million turnover.
Suntrix happened because David and Jenny wanted to install solar power themselves, but found it too expensive and were dissatisfied with the services offered.
Dave, being Dave, did some research online, found a supplier that he could bring panels in. We knew an electrician who was accredited who put them up for us. And then he also started looking at providing a tracking system for his mum who lives on a farm. Because the South Australian feed-in tariff was fantastic then as well. So it was as a money-generating solution for her. And then the business just grew from there.
Initially, they installed solar systems for family and friends, but David's tracking system gave them a significant point of difference. More and more people are now installing the systems.
The great thing about them is that they follow the sun, so they really get the most out of the panels. So in winter they produce maybe 10 to 15% more, and in summer they really crank it out at up to 50% more than a standard fixed array. So overall you're looking at a performance improvement of somewhere between 35 and 40%.
Even though the business grew fast, it was not without teething problems.
Cash flow was huge for us, especially when you're looking at, we were new, credit was just out of the question, getting credit from suppliers. And you're talking about buying containers in hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then them taking 6 weeks to come to Adelaide and then being able to sell them and finally getting your money back. So we mortgaged, we were going to build a house, we mortgaged the land that we had to be able to start the business. Got a lot of support from family as well to get that started, and I still remember there were some really, really tough times, living off of our credit card for a few months while we're trying to build the business.
In a business where fortunes are often determined by changing government policy on things like incentives, Jenny feels the extra things they do for customers will provide a buffer for them.
I feel very confident that we can function and operate without those government incentives. They have been decreasing from the early days, and especially with the price of electricity, where we're going with solar technology as well. While the incentives definitely helped us grow our business and a lot of other solar companies, we're no longer at a stage where we're reliant on it.
For Suntrix, it's not all about the business. They're a company with a passion for their mission and modest philosophy.
We are an honest, moral and ethical company that are interested in providing good advice and information to South Australia and Australia in general. We want to be industry leaders. We're on our way there, but it's really just about that renewable energy. We live and breathe it. Unfortunately, sometimes we live and breathe it.